Today's question comes from Peter in California, and I am told by our producer, James, this is a real question. I just want to preface that. We didn't make this up. Peter says, I'm a citizen of California, and I just thought of an ingenious way any U.S. adult citizen may be able to come up with millions of dollars, and I want to see if you think it would be a dumb idea.
Can I stop you right there?
Yes.
Probably a dumb idea.
Well, let's hear his hypothetical $1 million ingenious scheme. The idea is to build a great credit score, then open a credit card with all 4,236 banks in the U.S. You would already need to be making payments on a house and own a car, so you wouldn't need credit anymore. Then you simply max out all 4,236 credit cards by cash advancing to the max on every card with how many ever ATMs it takes. This would leave you with almost $22 million in cold hard cash if, for example, the max on each card was $5,000. You would just need to make sure the bank your house is in doesn't have a credit card on it. I understand you can't be criminally prosecuted for consumer debt, and they can't even come after you at all after 6 years, but they can try pushing a lawsuit against you. Is this a dumb idea or truly ingenious?
If anyone wonders, how's our public schools doing these days? Let this be Exhibit A for not great.
What are they teaching in California?
This is the result of teach to the test.
I don't know
here,
if
guys.
this guy
Teach to the test.
Do you think this is like an 18-year-old, or is this like an older guy who hatched another plan?
In all honesty, we get a lot of grief for oversimplifying things and for talking down to people. Like, we just make everything so simple. This is why. These are questions that we get. These are questions.
Okay. So we're going to try to explain it. Again, we are not experts on the banking industry and on credit card, the inner workings of that, but I'll tell you what we do know, John.
That's what we do know.
This won't work even if you wanted it to.
Not even close. And if it did, you wouldn't want it. So, number one, all 4,236 banks, I'm just using Peter's number. I don't know if that's how many banks there are. Only a few of them actually issue cards, and many banks that do issue cards issue them through other banks. They're a pass-through. So all 4,236 banks in the U.S. are not issuing credit cards. They might issue a line of credit to a particular person, or they might issue a debit card. That's just your own money. So that's problem number one. Number two, very few cards, if any, will let you take out the full cash advance amount. And so
if your credit limit's $5,000, you can't take out $5,000 in cash advance. It might be like $1,500.
There you go. And after you took out the fourth card or the fifth card, every time you take out a credit card, they pull your credit. They run a credit report. At some point, the bank's going to go, no.
This guy's got 48 cards open.
This guy's trying to open 4, a bunch of cards. His ability to get himself into trouble is now gone $20,000, $25,000, $30,000, $35,000, up to $22 million.
And here's the even stupider part.
They're not going to do that.
That cash advance that you took out on that card has a higher interest rate. So even if you hypothetically had $22 million in cash, you now owe 20-something% on $22 million.
But he's saying, I don't care. After 6 years,
it'll just
all go away.
Oh, boy. Well, aside from integrity and fraud, this is fraught with stupidity, if nothing else. Just get a freaking job, dude.
And I do like
try to hack the system.
That you use the word fraught.
Fraught.
That's some angry Boston right there.
I've been hanging out with Ken Coleman. All those $10 words finally rubbed off on me. Man, okay. Well, that hurts
Peter,
my brain.
Good job. Literally, good job.
Yeah. If you use this kind of mental gymnastics on something for good, you could be like the next Elon Musk.
Exactly. And senators and House of Representatives, can we please get serious about fixing the U.S. education system, because it's dysfunctional.
And the U.S. credit system and debt system, which is the most marketed product in the world, and America is number one at debt. Like no other country.
We're the best!
I just heard a clip from Dax Shepard's podcast, and one of the actors on there was like, I'm in New Zealand, there's no credit score. Like we can't. I came to America, and they're like, here's debt. You need to take out debt. You got to build a credit score. And even he was like, this is insane. Why are we doing? So he's like, I just keep spending because they tell me I need to spend. Like, he doesn't even understand it.
Hey, we are the best at that.
America's number one at a lot of things, and debt is at the top of that list. So, hey, gold stars.
Way to go, America.
Oh, my goodness. Hey, that's job security for us, John. we'll be helping out.
know, but I don't know
we'll be
about
helping
ours.
out Peter when he calls in and says, "I'm $22 million in credit card debt. Please help." I thought it was going to be an awesome scheme.
Well,
all right.
You can't go inside of a restaurant for the next 1,400 years, Peter.
Well, the
Hey,
good
to be
news
fair,
is,
John, this sounds like it could have been your idea 15 years ago.
100. This is why I'm so sad, because I've actually sat down on a piece of paper and been like, hey, I think I've got
what if?
I think I've got a plan.